So many people believe that what Nigeria needs right now is an Igbo president, especially Peter Obi, that he has all it takes to rule this nation, to fix this nation. And that is not far from the truth. I also want an Igbo president. But considering the political settings of this nation, is that achievable in 2027? Because there is going to be two major debates coming up in 2027. One is going to be coming from the federal level. That Tinubu has done his first 4 years, if time permits, because I don't wish death on anybody. Let him just complete his next 4 years, which is 8 years. Because it is very hard for you to unseat a sitting president in this nation. Forget what happened in 2015. Jonathan just allowed them. I don't see Tinubu doing that. He will fight with his life to retain that position, because he will be seeing it as someone coming to unseat him when he's already in the corridors of power. And this coalition of 18, the Northerners, joining hands with the Southerners to unseat the president, honestly, it doesn't look like something that can be trusted in 2027. Because the Northerners, I believe they are going to sit down to analyze the whole thing. Now, President Tinubu will be making his own presentation to the Northerners. He has done his 4 years, and he cannot exceed another 4 years according to the Constitution, which is 8 years. Which means that power will definitely return back to the North in 2031. And that is what the Northerners are focused in this country. It's about getting back the power. Nobody is looking at the development of Nigeria. All these things are political statements. If you look at all those people that have come together to form this coalition, these people have been in corridors of power in one way or the other. What did they do for Nigeria? If they were actually looking at the development of Nigeria, looking at the poor indigenes of Nigeria, or trying to fix this nation, which role did they play in their previous positions? Some have been senators, some have been senate presidents, some have been governors. What did they do for their state? And you can see that this coalition of 18 is all about personal interest. And that is also what is going to play out in 2027. Forget all these things that they are saying Nigerians are suffering, we are suffering. They are not suffering anything. The main people that are suffering in Nigeria are the poor Nigerians. All these politicians that are coming out to say that we are suffering, they are just making political statements. The Northerners may be doing whatever they are doing right now, but I believe then they are going to sit down and look at how power is going to return to the North in 2031. That will be their main focus. And now President Tinubu is he's not making them a promise. It is something that is going to be reality, because he cannot exceed 4 years, because he has gone for 4 years. And what he will be asking is for them to allow him to complete his second tenure, and power returns back to the North in 2031. And on the other hand, we have a coalition that is called the ADC. And now they are making their promise that Peter Obi is going to go for 4 years, that he will not exceed 4 years, though the Constitution will allow him to do that. If he decides to go there for 4 years and want to go for 8 years, the Constitution permits that. But he said he's only going to serve for 1 term. Who do you think the Northerners are going to trust more in 2031? Because these people is all about power returning back to the North. Because they are not looking at the development of Nigeria, they are looking at how power can easily return back to the North. And this coalition in 2027, during their primaries, there are going to be serious betrayal. Do you think Atiku will sit back in 2027 and allow Peter Obi get the primary ticket of ADC, while he will be the vice president, or whoever in the North becomes the vice president? With the kind of obsession, desperation that Atiku have in this nation to be president, do you know how long he has run for this position in Nigeria? He has been vice president before, and I don't think he wants to be vice president again. I think he just wants to be president. That is the obsession. He's so much desperate about this position that I don't really trust him in 2027. I can tell you, I don't trust that Atiku is going to fully support Peter Obi to be president in 2027, while he just sits back as the vice president, or sits back as not going for any position. I don't see that happening because his obsession to be the Nigerian president is too much. He's so obsessed with that position. And it has nothing to do with the development of Nigeria or what he can do for the people of Nigeria. It's all about fulfilling his own desire. So he can do anything just to see that he compete for that position again in 2027. And look at Erofai talking about coalition right now. Go and listen to Erofai videos in 2023, 2024 about Peter Obi. How he can never be president of Nigeria. Because all those places that he is dominating, that a state there is just like one local government in the northwest because of the political structure we have right now in Nigeria. And what he was speaking then was pure truth. The way this country has been set up, for you to rule this nation, you have to get a significant vote from the northwest because their vote controls who becomes the president of this nation. You can have a state in the northwest. The vote coming from one state, for example, Kano, is controlling the vote coming from 5 states in the south. Go and do your calculation, your study about the political structure of this nation, especially when it comes to votes. Whether you call it real vote or fake vote, but that is what the result has been showing since 1999. The Northerners are dominating this nation when it comes to voting. I don't know how it has been set up, but that is the way it is working in this nation. And saying that they are going to queue behind Peter Obi in 2027, I'm still finding it difficult to trust. Because if there is one thing that the Northerners want in this nation, is power. To seize power back, to have it back to their zone. And they will be looking at where is it possible for the power to come back in 2031 to the north. Is it through Tinubu or is it through Peter Obi? Who exactly are they going to trust come 2027? And having so many people from the north, especially the key, supporters in the north, people like David Mark, people like Erofai, now turning around, saying that they are in part of the coalition, they don't like what is going on in this nation, looking like they are going to support, Peter Obi. These people, can they really be trusted? Because at the end of the day, politics in Nigeria is all about their selfish interest or their zonal interest. But now they are making it look like it's about the people of Nigeria. It's about how they are going to fix this nation. But trust me, these people are just politicians. Everything boils down to their own personal interest or zonal interest. That is what they are going to consider in 2027. And now Peter Obi is seeing them as Paul in the Bible, that he was once saw persecuting the Christians and he encountered Jesus. These people are just politicians. They did not encounter God or encounter Jesus. You can't compare them to Paul in the Bible. We are talking about pure politics here in Nigeria. But honestly, I also want this country to be fixed. I want an Igbo president. I want someone that can fix the nation. But do you see this power coming to the southeast in 2027? Considering the political structure we have right now in Nigeria, do you think Peter Obi will be president come 2027? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section.